Just give me 2 seconds, guys, and I'll be there. Alright. Hello and welcome to Season 2 of ACRL Round 11 at Britain. I apologise for last week as I was not live. Would have been streaming last week, but I was invited to a League of Legends tournament part took in. It's actually in that for about 3 hours, so I wasn't able to stream. But last week the qualifying was done with the 5 laps of the race, but the race bugged out, so they have opted to restart the race with the qualifying order from last week. So I'll run through the grid just a second. The race has been decided to be a full wet race, as it was full wet last week as well. But I'll run through the grid now. Rantix and Paul 1-2 for Alpha Romeo at the moment. So Rantix Paul will line up first and second side by side into turn 1. We got Lights and Spicy on the second row with Richard, Tim combined, and Delensky right behind them for the top 8. Then we got Grando, Flappe, Silver, Sender, Keen for the 13. Then we got Trin Schofield, which is a new driver, I believe, who has joined us. He'll be taking Mikhail's McLaren, as Mikhail is not able to race today. Then we have T-Mac and Big Al just rounding out the back two. Big Al, believe, joined the last race, I believe so. So Big Al just joined last race. I believe last race was, I can't remember what last race was. I have actually forgotten already. But we did have predicted a pit stop strategy. It was wet to wet. I was going to be a bit quicker with everything. I was actually going to explain this while I was loading in, but I'm actually busy at the moment trying to work out some new gear for myself. And I'll talk about that later on. I will be continuing on with the stream after the races. Just had to check Discord. It looks like a few drivers forgot to load their setup, so that's actually going to be quite interesting. I'm looking at Discord, some drivers are missing their setups. Will be on board with Rantix for the start. We're just waiting for the back few to join the grid. T-Mac said he wasn't going to help me contact, but he's decided to quickly change to casting for this race. I don't have the lights on my screen, but 5 red lights. And we got some drive-through penalties. The Racing Point Flappe has jumped the start, and everyone is away. We got a slow start from Rantix. Both houses will be going side by side in turn 1. Rantix gone extremely wide. Lights jumping up into 3rd place above Spicy. Got some movement in the back. It looks like Trin has jumped up a few. Keens are also fine for position. Lights and Spicy going side by side at the moment through 4. We got a 3 wide between the two McLarens and Flappe with the drive-through penalty. Jump back a bit. We got Big Al is actually spun it at the back. Not sure what happened. Couldn't see, as Flappe has looked like he misses braking point, goes extremely wide. Just jump ball Big Al, see if he has any damage. And no, he doesn't, so Big Al being lucky to avoid that damage. Pull under a lot of pressure from Spicy right behind. Spicy able to get past that Red Bull driver back into 3rd place. So full wet race, there will be one pit stop, but in the wet you don't have to pit. It's not recommended to try do a one like no stop, but some people risk it nonetheless. Team Acker just overtaking Schofield at the end of the hangar straight. I need to put my jumper back on because I'm freezing. I'm taking off and I'm cold again. So I'm forward confined at the moment. Trying to launch an attack on Zelensky just in front of him. It looks like Lafay's decided not to service drive through penalty yet. I don't know if you guys can hear me or how well it is, but oh well. Send it in the pits, don't know why, we might find out. Might be a wing change. Actually looks like it was a wing change because it did take quite a bit to leave his pit box. Oh, yeah, good. Spicy, looking to get extremely close to Paul, so Paul under a lot of pressure from that Racing Point driver. Rantic's actually already pulled a second off his teammate. And Paul's just holding up Spicy as much as he can for his teammate to further build that gap. As Paul's just hit the grass after going side by side on that exit, allows Spicy to go around the outside of Paul on the straight and gets past relatively easy. Just it looks like Tim's had a little spin and it looks to be second last corner. He's let up the tires a bit too much and he's spun it and he's actually think he's hit the wall. I'm not going to be able to see it. Fuck. So I'm pretty sure, what is that? It's a full safety car or is it a VSC? I don't even know. Virtual safety car. I'm having the bug again where I had to pause to see anything. So Schofield, first time penalty. I don't know what you did, Tim. I couldn't see your thing. Oh, I wasn't able to see what happened there. Did you hit the pit wall? So T-Mac actually doing extremely well for himself after starting. I think it was dead last with Big Al. Trin actually up in the 9th from starting at the back end. Will Green flag racing again. Quite a few people having a good restart. Looks like combined all over the back of Silver at the moment. Make an overtaking attempt and decides not to go for it. It's in the wet, it wouldn't be very smart to do in the wet, to be honest. Other people fire out and I get fucked. So you just had a spin. Then we got Schofield in the pits. We'll have a little look what for in a minute. A little Spicy actually catching Rantix. Now Rantix will be under a bit of pressure, so we'll jump on board with Spicy, see what he's actually doing. So Spicy's actually picked up a drive-through penalty, so he's serving that. Jump board Trin. Actually, we might jump to Silver, trying to go around the outside. Tried around the outside of Lawfield, didn't quite work out on Delensky in front of him. I hope it's Lawfield. I don't really know corner names because I don't do my research. I was kind of researching other stuff, looking for a new wheel. talk about that later after the race. Looks like Spicy up front, ready to make an overtaking attempt. Actually, he's got overtake on it as he turns it off. Won't make that overtake 6, so he's going to have to make it somewhere else. Lucky actually getting extremely close to Paul in front of him. Same with Big Al's Grando actually gets overtaken by T-Mac at the end of the hangar straight. I believe it is. This is the problem with casting solo. I have no one to help me with coordinate, so if I say it wrong, I don't know, because no one tells me if I'm wrong. So I'm waiting here for about 10 seconds until someone tells me. So Spicy trying to go around the outside of Antics, side by side, into turn 5, I believe it is. Spicy moves up ahead, Vance is giving way to the Racing Point driver, so Spicy now leading. White's having a good opportunity to make an attacking attempt, pulls out at turn 6, doesn't want to cause a collision, very smart. So last lap, Silver Arrow actually did get ahead of Delinsky, just missed as Trin is actually trying to go down the inside of Combined at turn 7. Now onto the old pit straight into the old turn 1. Trin actually getting very close, goes actually a little bit wide. So if you just join us now, no qualifying was done for this race because qualifying was done last week. I was just not able to cast last week because I was busy with a League of Legends tournament, so I'm very sorry for that. I know some people actually enjoy the racing, but my bad. It's Big L, as I was saying, Big L making an overtake at the end of the straight on Granda, moves up to 11 now, he's chasing down T-Mac. Pretty big DRS train, oh, you can't say it's a DRS train, but it's definitely a train. From 5th all the way down to 9th. Yeah, 9th. Pretty big gap to Combined Zelensky though, almost been a second, and T-Mac just 1.7 or 1.8 out from Trin at the moment. Trin all over the back of Combined for that 8th place. Very interesting to see like how close everyone is in the wet at the moment. Just very unlucky for the 3 cars at the back, either getting a wing damage or wing replacement or a drive-through penalty, so that's just very unlucky for them. So actually Big Al's caught T-Mac quite fast. It's now 4/10 the gap to T-Mac. So both drivers overtake on at the moment. Despite the big trainer here, none of them actually able to catch these drivers. Lights tries to go around the outside at the final few corners of Antics. Doesn't quite get the move done. Antics pushing him a bit wide on exit to compromise his run into turn 1, and it kind of works for him. Antics able to hold P2 for that matter. We've got both the cars actually looking like they're about to start firing as Lights dives down the inside of turn 4. I believe that's turn 4. It's going to be side by side during turn 5. Antics still stays ahead nonetheless. So Antics doing extremely well to hold that position as Combined overtakes Delensky, or I think Delensky had a little bit of mistake because he's also lost out to Trin as Lights go side by side yet again. I think that's on the exit turn 7 all the way into 8 and 9. Rantic still holding second place, but now Lights has got pull all over the back of them. Lights gone extremely wide, and won't be surprised if he got a warning for that one. Actually, both passes fine for position, going side by side into the third last corner. Lucky actually being very smart, giving Silver Arrow right of passage. Lucky's actually out of ERS, so this actually might compromise him. To Trin, Trin not able to gain enough time on the harsh driver in front of him. So must sit behind for an extra lap. We'll jump back up to Lights and Rantics at the moment. Silver Arrow going around the outside, same with Rantics, or Lights going down the inside. Then we have Silver going around outside, Lights actually keeping his line. Same with Rantics as they're going beside his right side all the way down to turn 6. Lights decides to back up and fall right behind Rantics yet again. This is allowing Spicy to build quite a massive gap to these runners. Lights gone extremely wide on exit. And I think we are going to have Silver try and overtake on Paul. Paul just holding his line. Silver backing out, not deciding to go for it. Into Cops, I believe it is. I think that's Cops. Is that Cops? I don't know. And at the back center, actually gone past Scofield and Flappe for P14. Right now, Silver looking to make that overtake on Paul. He's going to try around the outside. Oh, there's a bit of contact between the two drivers. Silver just misjudging his braking point, tapping the rear of Paul. Lucky for no driver to sustain damage. And we got Delensky in the wall. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have the alt tab. So we got another VSC. Let's have a look where he is. He's all the way on that inside wall. So that looks like traction losses. We got a Keen coming into pits. And I believe Keen just got a 5-second penalty. So I believe we did have 5 seconds. So Rantics Lights both on 3 seconds. We've got Keen on 5, Flappe on 5, Scofield on 3 at the moment. For some reason my game won't tell me the actual penalty, so I'm going to have to pause like every single time this happens. Doesn't look like we're green flag, and both horses are actually having a bit of trouble with this safety car. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Looks like Paul brake checked one of the horses, and one of the horses brake checked Trin. Trin's holding massive damage to his wing now. Oh well, he's actually missing the end plate, but still massive damage. You can tell he's not able to steer that car. So that's going to hurt Trin a lot as T-Mac goes through Big Al's all the way up in the 7th now. As Flappe has lost the car onto the second straight at turn 5. Just having a look. Show me the wing. You want to show me the wing? We'll jump up to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th as separate battles happening between these drivers. Silver actually getting very impatient behind Paul at the moment. As we got 2 cars into pit lane, we got Combined and Trin. Looks like, I don't know what Combine's doing. I think that's a wing change. Yeah, Combine's getting a wing change. Same with Trin. So they will exit the pit lane exactly at the same time. So their positions won't change. The question is, will they exit in front of Sender? Looks like Silver had it off at turn 5 or just before turn 5 entry. Why is my camera doing this? Oh yeah, there we go. So we got a 4-way fight between Paul, Richard, Big Al, and T-Mac. So it looks like Trin was able to get ahead of that lead pack. They didn't get ahead of Center, but they're ahead of the group of cars at the back. So Keen behind Combine and Scofield actually not being able to jump his teammate Trin, leading that pack on fresher tires. Paul repping riders today? Yeah, kind of. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. My deltas are gone, so I'm going to have to play this by the map. So Lights did try to make an overtake on Rantix, I believe. I didn't quite work out. We got one of the horses into pit lane. It looks like Richard is going to be the second one to blink. No, that's not spotted. I thought he's the first one to blink then. So Richard the first one to blink for new fresh tires without the wing damage. And we had Flappe in pit lane as well. That allows Big Al and T-Mac to climb up, respectively. Lucky looking to get that undercut on Paul, who was ahead of him. It looks like Paul actually got quite a miserable exit. He actually let Big Al catch right up to him. So Big Al's now on for P4 at this rate. As we got someone else into pits. We got Combined back into pit lane. So we're just going to look at penalties real quick. So we got 2 free cents. Silver's actually holding a drive through penalty. So he's going to have to come in and serve that sometime in the next 2 laps, I believe. And then we got Trin Keen on 5 seconds. Scofield on 6. And then Flappe on 3. Don't know what Combined was in the pit lane for. Looks like he's on actually... I actually don't know why he went into pit lane for, but it looks like Paul's actually having a miserable time. Big Al's actually very close to making that overtake happen. Big Al gonna send it. Big Al decides not to send it, so they will sit behind for just a little bit longer. Big Al's gonna send it into the third last corner, down the inside into the last chicane, gets the move done. They're still side by side through the final few corners. As Paul is forced to hit that inside curve. There's a bit of contact, sends Big Al off track. Paul saves it from hitting a wall. Big Al losing the spot to T-Mac, who gains off that. No damage is on any car. Just going to have a look at this battle for P2 between Rantix and Lights. Lights on the inside. There's a little bit of contact. Lights, oh, he's got to hit the wall. Lights saving it from hitting the wall. And my gap's gone, but Lights losing out big time from Rantix. Might have been a lag bump, not very certain. My T-Mac very good to get past Paul now, but Big Al is going to want those spots back. So Silver Arrow did come into pit lane for new tires. I think Lucky actually got a drive-through penalty as well because he didn't change his tires. That's actually a very interesting as that. Lights is actually being caught by Paul at the moment, so Paul is going to benefit from a little bit of slipstream to defend from T-Mac right behind him. Big Al actually too far back at the moment to make any overtaking attempts. As we see some drivers enter pit lane, we got Rantix and Lights both blinking now to the early pit stops of Combined and Trin. I believe Trin and Combined will try to make those tires last as they got wing damage under that second VSC. So this will allow Big Al go up into P3 at the moment. Team actually don't know what happened to Teammate. Teammate lost out to Big Al. Wasn't quite watching. as we got Rantix and Lies coming to the exit of the pits now. Trin just coming around turn 1. He's going to end up a little bit behind Lights. Lights almost hitting the grass on pit and exit behind Senders. So Sender actually able to jump the Red Bull driver. But Sender's going to have to pit one more time, I believe, at this race to actually get to the end. He actually might try to make it all the way, but it's actually not very recommended to go to the end from here. Just jump up to Big Al as he's gonna make it. Oh well, you hope he's gonna make that overtake attempt on Big Al just from him. Spicy actually opting to stay out a few more laps despite everyone else blinking the pit. So we got Big Al going. Oh, someone touched my throat. Oh god. Big Al trying down the inside of Paul, didn't quite work as Paul's actually colder and he's coming into pits. He will be trying to cover off some of those early pit stops, but I believe the two Haas drivers are still yet to pit, so they won't jump him at all. Let's have a look at which Haas driver blinks first. So we got Lucky Richard in the pits. We train those stoppers faster. Yeah, but do the tires go to the end? That's a real question. And Sender did pit on lap 1, so technically not he still stopped. Technically. So as Paul exits pits, he actually comes out behind Trin. He had stopped 3 laps early for wing damage, so that actually might mean something, as fresh wet's actually extremely faster than the old one. So the top 5 that have not pitted, they have to worry about the guys that are already pitted, as they're extremely fast. As Spicy, have a look at what Spicer does. He decides to actually stay out. So it's very interesting tactics from Spicy. No stop gets around 65% tire wear. Hold your word on it, as Trin actually looking to overtake Lights at the moment. Lights actually fell off the back of Sender quite a bit, so Lights actually carrying a lot less speed than he did on his first there. Looks like Trin actually getting a much better exit than Lights. He's going to go around the inside into the corner at the end of the straight. It's going to hold that line. Lights are going to attempt around the outside. Gets pushed a little bit wide, but Trin will take that position. So we've got Grando now into pit lane. So Trin making that, gets up into 8th place. Now he's chasing down Sender, who's right out in front of him. Still got 11 laps to go. 11 laps to go of this race. And Spicy, a tremendous lead at the moment. 24 seconds to Big Al, and the gap is growing. So Big Al actually, Big Al's actually losing a bit of pace at the moment. He's actually dropping quite a few seconds. T-Max actually caught right back up to the back of the Big Al, so T-Max might try and overtake or might not. We'll have to see between these two drivers. But Lights sticking to Trin quite well at the moment. As we've got Big Al calling in, so Big Al is into pit lane. We will see where Big Al ends up as all 6 cars come onto the back straight into the final sector. Rantix was leading that train, but we'll see where Big Al comes out in regards to Paul. So Big Al just switched tyre. He is now rolling down pit lane. He actually might be overtaken by Paul at this rate. So just coming to the pit exit line, we'll see where Paul is. So Paul crossing the start finish line, he'll be coming around turn one. Looks like Big Al's actually going to lose out to Paul. Actually, no, Big Al's just going to go side by side with Lights. Or just a little bit back from Lights, so Big Al jumping the Alpha driver. And then we're going to have a three-way fight between Lights, Big Al, and Paul for 7th. Got a fight for 4th between Sender and Rantic. Sender being on those older tires, so it might make it a little bit harder. I think he's actually... oh, he was close to making an overtake attempt. As Spicy has a... So we're coming up to a few back mark. He's got Flappe. No, that's not Flappe. Flappe has already been lapped. You got Schofield straight in front of him. He's going to have to overtake that McLaren to press on. As T-Mac decides to stay out as well. So we actually might be seeing a one-stop strat or no-stop strategy from Spicy, T-Mac, and Silver. All of them not opting to pit as Sender gets extremely close to the back of Rantix. Oh, yeah, Rantix. Actually giving Shin a little bit of time to catch up. Almost made an overtake as well. The one thing about the wet is it's very hard to overtake, so it's down to pure driver skill on being able to make an overtake. It looks like Big Al actually getting past the light, so he'll be pressing on to catch Trin, who is actually right in front of him. Spicy, yeah, Spicy looks like he'll be doing a no-stop strategy. Same with T-Mac in second, same with Silver, but Silver, well, those top three drivers have got a bit of the top two have got a massive gap to the guys that have pitted. Silver only 7.5 gap to Rantix behind, so he'll have to kind of push it to keep that gap alive if he wants to finish in third, as he's holding, I believe, 3 seconds to his name. Yes. So Silver holding 3 seconds. Trin actually holding an 8-second penalty at the moment. So that's going from all the way down to 9th. Big Al has to... Big Al actually caught up to Trin, quite a bit of Trin actually goes drifting a little bit through the last corner, able to save it. Very nice car control from the McLaren driver. I'm going to let this run. This is the other problem with solo cars. I can't go to the toilet when I need, but now I actually need to go. I'm just going to leave it on Trin. I'm going to miss overtakes. I'm definitely going to miss overtakes, but I can't help it. I actually need to go. So I'll be back in probably a lap. have here? It looks like we got a full safety car. Yes, so we got a full safety car. What for? What happened? I don't know. I come back and we got a full safety car. Looks like Trin's binned it. Wait, did Trin bin it? I don't know what place he was. Oh yeah, Trin was in 5th, so Big Al now up into 5th place right behind Antix, and then Paul's right behind Big Al. Yeah, so I don't know what happened to Trin, to be honest. Got a Wonder. Oh, we got T-Mac and Silver both hitting under the safety car. This is a mastermind strategy from both drivers as Lights has left the session, so my deltas are going to disappear fairly certain. So drivers will be will have to match their delta. So this is actually going to help T-Mac. Oh, is T-Mac going to get out ahead of Rantix? No, he doesn't. Rantix is going to get ahead. I don't know what's happening. These two are going. Spicy is being DSQ'd. Same with Scofield. So Scofield and Spicy have both been DSQ'd. This is Tony and Charles. What is happening between these two drivers? I think they're desynced. Yeah, they're couple of clashes and crash. Trin drove into pile up. Alright, so we have. I don't know who's leading. I don't know what's happening. Have they stopped? They're stopped. So T-Mac is holding 8 stands of penalties. I believe that is wrong. So we had more drivers put on the safety car. We had Silver, who actually put with T-Mac on the safety car. We had Big Al, Trin, Sender combined all put under the safety car. So they will be a bit behind in the grid. I'm just going to, okay, that's what I'm going to do, because we got a few drivers in the chat I'm in. I'm just going to undeaf and ask what is happening. T-Mac.
I would have dumped all of them.
T-Mac.
The undercut worked.
Oh.
Are you desync to Rantix, by the way?
Rantix can't see me. Rantix can't see me. He's pushed me off track and given me a final warning, which gave me a 3-second. And he's pushed me off track and giving me a 5-second for, like, I should have 0 pens right now.
Why did Spicy get disqualified?
I will find out. I know, that's what I was asking you.
Yeah, he can't. Return position to him. I've got 8 seconds of BS pens and I should be in the lead right now.
Just report out. Well, thank you for your comment.
Bro,
later.
No, so bad.
Alright, there's that. So, the two drivers ahead are actually desynced to each other. We're going to look at the DSQ between Spicy and Scofield. Just going to have ignoring yellow flags for both drivers. So, they've both been disqualified for actually ignoring the yellow flag. We still got gonna actually do this. Actually, I don't want to do that because that's gonna mess it up. That's a bad idea, actually. I actually want some. Okay, Tim, if you're still in chat, can you, if you have Rantix as a friend on Steam or something, you might want to tell him that, him and T-Mac are desynced. So Rantix sitting on that 3 seconds pool. T-Mac pool on 8, Silver on 3. Lucky. Grando and Big Al actually doing extremely well. They're on no penalty. Same with combined. You don't have same. Somewhat. Can you clip this at least? Because this is just weird. They're both desynced. So Trina, Keen, Sender, Lights, and Flappe all at the back with 3 seconds. Keen actually holding 14. Trin cleared his 5 seconds, so he's actually only sitting with 3. Yes, same with Sender. He's on 3 seconds. Lights on 6. And Flappe on 9. Seeing the desync, it is funny as, but it's not helping. We just had a T-Mac. T-Mac is extremely annoyed at the moment. Lobby is fucked. This all happens regardless. Yeah, it even happens in I'm just gonna say, it happens in AFI. AFI has desync as well, so I think we can call for safety car in this lab. Combine actually picking up, no, Combine didn't pick up oh my god, my penalty thing is so far behind, it's insane. So Rantix will be starting the grid. I hope T-Mac sees Rantix. So actually, Rantix not deciding to go yet is very interesting. So he's holding it very late at the moment. Restart again, I'll make time. I'll make content. This is content as it is, to be honest. As we are away, Rantix drifting through the last corner. T-Mac just right behind Paul. Actually dropping a few seconds to the leaders already, so Paul has been caught sleeping. Same with Lucky and Big Al. They've been caught sleeping under safety car, but Big Al is actually behind the lapped car at the moment. So we got the lapped car Flappe. Right, I think Keen has disconnected again. We got Trin having a massive tank slapper. Almost gone through the old pit entry. That wasn't World, he would be in an old pit entry. We got 3 laps remaining of the race, and Rantix is leading from T-Mac, but T-Mac get unfair penalties to his name, as we heard when I definitely asked him that Rantix wasn't actually able to see him, so we might see change of positions later in the week. But Silver on Pool is for 3rd place at the moment. Silver actually been extremely close to the Alpha Romeo car right in front of him. And Big Al been on the back of Lucky at the moment. Silver late braking. Late braking at the 4, and then in the 5 they're still very close to each other. Silver actually not able to make a attempt. It gets a little wiggle into turn 5. Let's compromise his exit to being able to catch Paul ahead of him. So we're actually trying to make a side-by-side for one for, oh, not one. I'm thinking of Japan now. Trying to make it side-by-side for Magus and Beck as they're going to be side-by-side down the back straight. Or Paul just getting a little bit ahead of Rant. Silver Arrow switching to the inside, trying to late break, but Paul had it covered. Silver goes drifting a tiny bit. It's actually run out of EOS, so this will allow his teammate Lucky to catch up a bit. Technically, this fight is not for position, as Silver's holding penalty. He's holding penalties to his name. All his train catching the back of his train after having that little spin at just before Silver Arrow going up the inside at turn 7, I believe. And now on the exit, he will take third place away from Paul's, and now Paul might drop back into Lucky Rich's hands, and this will allow Big Al to get extremely close. A little bit of contact between the McLaren and the Ferrari driver coming out of Cops, I believe that is. As Trent just goes ahead of Big Al. Big Al looks like he's not having the pace to catch up to the Haas driver anymore. Team Mac and Rantic's actually gone at it quite a bit for the lead, but I believe Rantic's kind of a C Team Mac on his screen, so this is going to make overtaking extremely interesting between these two drivers. I don't think Team Mac's going to opt to make an overtake, as Rantic will just take that racing line every single corner if he tries anything. It looks like Team Mac's having a little bit of trouble with the car, though. Few snaps of oversteer as Silver's caught out his back of T-Mac. He's actually caught T-Mac quite fast. Just gonna, as he's gone purple sector 1 as well. And at the moment, Trina is actually the quickest car on track, holding that fast at 38.7, and Silver is on the 38.8 basically on his fastest lap. We'll just do gap from leader for the end of this race just to see what will happen. So Team Mac's actually gonna drop quite a few positions due to these penalties. I think he's actually gonna drop all the way down to P7. Behind Big Al with those penalties. Mantics may not be even pushing. Yeah, I'll say so, but T-Mac's gonna, oh well, I believe T-Mac is gonna report every penalty or all penalties that he's got. We got a big collision between two drivers. We've got Lucky and Trin both gone on. I believe Lucky actually reset the track, so I don't know if that's allowed. So Team actually might have been saved here. He's actually got P5. Shrink comes across the line from P9. Lucky jump it to 6, and combined will jump all the way to 7th. So Big Al will get driver of the day as he did a start back of the field. So that's Rantix. He's actually taking first, but after penalty, I think after penalties get looked at, it might change. I believe that is Silver Arrow right by his side and Big Al in third place from last on the grid. Extremely well done to Big Al for pulling off that performance. But there it is. Rantix will take first place with Silver right next to him. Big Al will take third, center fourth. T-Mac will be in fifth after those penalties, but I believe those penalties will be looked at. Lucky finishing in sixth after that collision at the end with Trin. Combined jump all the way up seventh. Paul finished eighth. Trin ninth with the fastest lap, so he still gained the fastest lap for the McLaren team. Granado will finish 10th for your top 10. Then you got Keen, Lutz, and Flappe for your bottom 13. Then you got Spicer Scofield actually gained DSQ'd for annoying yellow flags under that safety car, so I'm not quite sure how that one worked. That actually might be looked at by stewards. And then you got Delensky and Tim also DNFing. So that is ACRL Season 2 Round 11 at Britain. Hope you enjoyed. I need to check what track it is after Britain, because I actually forget quite easy. I don't have a great mind or great memory. So I'm just going to quickly have a look for you guys. What track's next after Britain? So next week we will be going to Hungary for ACRL. Be sure to tune in then. 1400 CET, I believe it is. So be sure to tune in there. So we might start. It's 1400 CET, but we might be starting a little bit earlier due to real life F1 changing their times as well. Not quite certain yet, but if you type !league in chat, it will come up with the Discord link for ACRL, and then you'll be able to sign up either as a reserve or a full-time drive. I don't think we have any full-time drive C, so you'll definitely be put as reserve, or you can put your interest in for next season to race for ACRL. But that has been it from me today. I'll see you guys next week for round 12 at Hungary. Bye.